It's live? Okay, good. I retired, as you all know, in '79, came out, worked the McDonald case. The light bulb went on when I realized evidence lost, stolen, destroyed, altered, etc., etc. Obtained a confession from Alina Stokely, the girl in the floppy hat, who said that he didn't commit the crimes. Dr. McDonald did not commit the crimes. They were committed by my satanic cult group. I went public with the information. I obtained the confession on October 25, 1980. A number of TV shows, radio talk shows, people came out of the woodwork from all parts of the country telling me about the satanic cult movement in this country, United States. People on the East Coast, West Coast, South, and so on and so forth. Same basic story. And they not only told me about the cults, but they told me about the inner workings of the cults. Not a lot of detail, but enough that I could piece it together. And I'm saying, how could somebody from Maine know and furnish the same information as somebody from Southern California? As a result of that, of course, then I obtained a copy later on of Pawns in the Game, and this book, Pawns in the Game, which I sold out of on this conference, really explained what has happened in the last 240 or 50 years. And that is this, that in 1773, Adam Weishaupt, a Bavarian, former priest, was commissioned to obtain or come up with with goals to take over the world. And on May the 1st, 1776, he announced the 25 goals. The goals are unbelievable if you look at them one by one and then analyze what's happened today. Corrupt the youth through sex and drugs, control the press, create an incident, and then come in and act as the saviors, like the Reichstag, and we saw this in Oklahoma City. So then, not only did I, of course, research the Illuminati and come up with the answer there, but these people kept calling me from around the country. They've been calling me now for 22 years. And based on the information that's been furnished to me, this evil element has infiltrated virtually every level of society. Okay, it's in the government. They've gone out of their way, of course, to infiltrate in city, county, state, and the federal government. It's in the banking system. It's in the courts. It's in the prosecutors, the attorneys, doctors. It's mind-boggling. It's unbelievable. I have been asked how many. By the way, this dovetails. The satanic cult movement dovetails into, as part of the Illuminati, dovetails into drugs, prostitution, homosexuality, the whole 9 yards. And I've been asked on a number of occasions, how many are there in the United States, just say walking the streets? And I say that there's close to 4 million, if not 4 million, practicing Satanists in America today. That's 1.5% of the population. I reached these figures through 3 different means. Number one, a confidential source in the South Bay area, Los Angeles, population 200,000, says there's about 3,000 members in that area. That's where the Manhattan Beach McMartin case took place. Lincoln, Nebraska, 200,000 population. Another source told me about 3,000 members there. Iowa City, Iowa, another source told me about 1,500, and Iowa City's a population of 100,000. So if you project those figures, that's what I see as the strength and the number of individuals who are involved in this movement at basically at the street level, and also in controlling positions in various industries. So it is a serious problem. What we're going to do about it, I don't know. The best we can do is just expose it and try to wake up America. It dovetails into the banking system, as Eustace will tell you, I'm sure. And it's even in the military. As Bo mentioned to me, I think just yesterday, the military declared Satanism a legitimate religion, and they can practice. So what year was that, Bo?
It was 1976. It was the year I changed on my dog tag my religion to Special Forces. And the Inspector General was very chagrined because he came and said, Bo, you're the commander of Special Forces. We cannot gig you we don't want to. You've got to change your dog tag. And I said, look, if you can put Satanism as your religion, as an official Army recognized religion, don't tell me I can't have special forces as my religion. And so the troops heard about it, and they all changed their religion to special forces too.
I'll try to cut the rest of the answer as short as possible. Do I think that the FBI and the CIA, I'm not talking about the whole group. There's a lot of good people in both agencies. But do I think that they're incompetent? No. Do I think they've been infiltrated? Yes. And in the FBI in particular, I'll tell you what happened here when Reagan was president. They were having difficulty getting agents on the street to advance to the supervisory level. Of course, that's a very important position. And because the fund is on the street, it's not sitting behind a desk all day pushing paper. So they sent a memo out, this is what I've been told by some of my friends, to the street agents, anybody that wants to be promoted, submit your resume and let's go from there. Well, as a result, I think that what they did is the good agents stayed on the streets and the other agents, the Illuminati members, if you want to call them that, not all of them, of course, advanced to the supervisory level. On one occasion here during the Atlanta, Georgia Olympics, there was a spokesperson on for the FBI on national television in connection with the bombing that took place down there, and I had a call from an adult survivor. Adult survivor is somebody that's born into the movement, the cults, is raised there, gets out, tries to go straight and stay away from it. But I had a call from an adult survivor and said, this person told me, a woman, that she recognized that FBI spokesman as having attended satanic meetings in the past. So I'm saying that, hey, they've had 230 some years to put this together. They're advancing. I know of one adult survivor who was a recruiter and a trainer. She was training other people in San Diego area to recruit survivors. And she was recruiting 26 people at a time, other people, teaching them how to recruit in the satanic movement. Very serious problem. So I'm sorry I couldn't make it any shorter than that. Ask Eustace a question. This hierarchy, this hidden hierarchy that we have, I've tried to research and locate a headquarters for this element. It would be nice if we knew where that was, and also how often they meet and where they meet. Do you have any information on that?
Well, for quite a few years, I believe that the headquarters was the office of N.M. Rothschild in London. And I still think that they do have a special office somewhere, but it's these people. Now, there is also, behind the scenes, a demonic force, whether it's extraterrestrial, but it's definitely a demonic, anti-human operation. And that's why I say I've never been able to get, I've never seen any artist rendering or imagining of this force, because apparently it's something so horrible we can't even conceive of it.
It's interesting, too, that in the Bible, the Apostle Paul uses an interesting term when he says that we have a fight not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and the forces of darkness. He uses a term in Greek, cosmokratoros, or rulers of this world darkness.
Are we losing sight of the fact that Oklahoma City, the World Trade Center 93, and that 911 is actually a ploy in order to take away many of our constitutional rights and civil liberties? That's what it's all about, as far as I'm concerned. And if you're going to conquer the world, you got to conquer the United States first, because we're the strongest in the world. And in order to conquer us, you can do several things. Number one, you control the food, as Henry Kissinger has said in the past. Take away your constitutional rights, civil liberties. Put the so-called enemy behind bars and control them. Set up the 10 districts that's been set up in this country, so we won't be able to travel from one district to another. And the internment camps. I was talking to the former civilian head of the prison system in the state of Texas in 1997, and he told me that there are 8 prisons in Texas, brand new prisons that have been built that are manned, but there's no inmates in there. So that's, in my opinion, sure, money's part of it, but the bottom line is another step toward taking over the United States and taking over the world, the Illuminati plan, the golden plan. That's a tough act to follow, isn't it? Bo is a great guy. Everybody up here is great. I'm so proud to be up here with them. I'm really flattered because I know we have some real Americans here. Brian, thank you for inviting me and
Thank you,
making
Ted.
me part of this fantastic event. I've given a number of lectures across the country, and I have to say this is rates number 1 as far as your people are concerned and as far as
Thank you
the
very
reception is
much.
concerned. Just let me say this, that I don't think there's any question about it. I think that people are waking up, and it started with the Jack Kennedy assassination, followed by Bobby's assassination. There were more bullets in the walls of Bobby's assassination than there were in Bobby, and it goes on. Then we had Ruby Ridge, and we had Waco, and more recently we had 93 bombings, and then Oklahoma City, and then we have most recently 9/11, and then we have people like Arlen Specter, the magic bullet theorist, coming out, making statements that he expects us to believe. I mean, outright fabrications. It's impossible on the Jack Kennedy assassination for those bullets to have gone 90-degree angles 3 times. But the people are waking up, and I notice it as I travel around the country, and this is great. This is wonderful because that's what we have to do. We have to wake people up. I can say this, that since I got out of the Bureau, FBI, 1979, 23 years ago, and became involved in these issues, that I've done everything I can to wake up my fellow brothers and sisters, and along the way I've lost an awful lot of people that I thought were friends. I mean, they don't even return phone calls anymore, but I don't care because it's important that we follow the path of truth, that we don't weave to the left or to the right. If you know you're right, and my mother and father taught me this, if it's the truth, you don't have to apologize to anybody. And that's what we have to do. That's what each and every one of us has to do. I have a tremendous amount of research, as you know, if you visited my table, and anybody that bought any of my research, there's no copyright with me. I want you to take it and make copies and get it to your friends. Educate as many people as possible. One of the most common questions I'm asked is, what can I do? I'm a housewife. I'm a businessman. Usually it's housewives. Well, what you can do is get the research, get mine and everybody else's up here and whatever else you can find, and pass it on to your friends. Get the videotapes. People are lazy today because they don't like to read. They'd rather watch the videotapes. But if that's what it takes, get the videotapes and make copies and get them out to your friends. And then I think that most important thing, other than trying to educate each other and research and tell your neighbor, most important thing is that we have a mission to save our own souls and save the souls of all of us around us. So that's got to be one of the highlights of this whole campaign, to expose this evil element that's casting its shadow across our great nation. And so as we go forward from here, folks, don't apologize to anybody. Just do your thing and talk to your brother and sister and say, hey, come on, let's go. We've got to save your soul too. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Ted.